How's it going, everybody? It's France right here, and I'm sorry if this is very different though compared to the other videos I had. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been doing videos of me commentary with the GTA content in the background, but I felt like I felt like we could at least do something different right here with me, saying things about my personal stuff and my personal life. So yeah. Well, since of course it's back to school in my country in the Philippines, and I do want to share about my personal terrible experience of me as a student. Of course, this is just my terrible experiences from high school and maybe going to college. Well, I do think a lot of us, we all have our terrible experiences as a student, whether if you're elementary, high school, or even in college. I mean, a lot of us experience many problems, whether if we're getting bullied, whether for this rough environments, having bad relationships with our teachers, or just having terrible grades, which is I had in the past. And of course, those were terrible times. So there were like 2 years that I would really wanted to talk about my terrible times as a student. One is my time as a 9 and 10th grader, and the other one is just my time as a college student, especially in the pandemic times. So I just want to talk about first my time as a grade 9 to 10 grade 9 to 10 as a student. I just don't really like my times as a student there in that school. I'm not gonna say the name out of it because I do at least have some decent respect out of it. But I just want to talk about my personal experience. Okay, so let's first talk about my time as a 9th and 10th grader. So back in 2015, I was a ninth grader at that time, and my first impressions on my time as a ninth grader there and my very first day is like, wow, we have a lot of students. I have a lot of classmates. We're almost like 50 of us in one classroom, and it was really shocking to me at first because I never really had those. I never had a lot of classmates at that time. I remember back in elementary, in the till like 7th to 8th grade, we were just very few. Like we were like 10 and below, students at that time. We were below 10 students to go in there to 8th grade to the ninth grade with like 50 students. That is really something though. That is one thing I first thought about it. And another thing is that I wasn't really much of a fan of hanging out with a lot of those guys. Especially they have a knack of goofing off. They really, I mean, some of them really like making volleyball papers and playing volleyball in that classroom. I'm not gonna say who they are, and there are some guys who like to call names at each other and like teasing at each other. For sure, I've teased some people in my younger days. I mean, I've learned about not really bullying folks. Like back in 8th grade, I almost got suspended because I bully one of my classmates before, and after I almost got suspended and got into a bit of a conversation with me and my dad. Me almost getting suspended, I decided to behave, and I really hang out with one of my classmate. I bullied before, so yeah, I've learned about it, and yeah, back in ninth grade, I didn't really like at that time. I don't know what it feels like to be in the middle of a big classroom, and I don't know what it feels like to be there because I never been to those kind of situations before. So yeah, that was my inexperience in there. The the environment is also not really easy. I mean, people just have a knack for teasing each other, calling names. They they somewhat they're somewhat of a bullies. I'm not gonna name them who they are. I mean, I just don't want to use this platform to embarrass them. And yeah, I'm not very used to those kinds of things before. I don't think it doesn't also help the fact that I wasn't really taking much seriously as a student though. Uh, I wasn't really taking seriously on subjects on math and science. I was really struggling in math at that time. I never struggled math before. Back in seventh and eighth grade, I thought for the most part they were pretty easy. And in science, my teacher at that time, she really has a knack for not really explaining. She's pretty lazy of not really explaining her topics, and I do think at that time that the kind of thing just really rubs me off, and I never really wanted to study science at that time. For the most part, I just like to goof off, and I was trying to really fit in with some of those guys, but for the most part, I just cannot really connect with them, especially that they're really loud. They like to name calling. I mean, I've said that before, but I just not really a fan of those kinds of things. I do just trying to fit in with those guys, like saying different kinds of jokes, and it was just really awkward for me trying to fit in with those guys because I'm not I'm not really that I'm not really that confident of a person. I mean, there are times that I just tend to get very silent and not trying to talk too much and try not to be too talkative. And there are times where I am enjoying my time in one particular moment, so I can just have like a different moods at times. It depends on whatever I'm feeling about it in one day. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, my grades in ninth grade they were not really that good, and my mom was really disappointed me at that time. I do had some disappointing grades in the past. I'll tell you this. Bad grades they usually happen to a lot of people, and I do think it's a kind of thing that's very unavoidable to a lot of us students. There's always gonna be this one subject that a lot of us are not gonna be good at, whether if it is math, science, history, or maybe other things, or maybe like a physical education, which is something we're trying to really fit in at times. And yeah, I mean, it's a part of the process. It's a part of who we are as a student. It's a part of our student lives. This kind of thing really happens, and I think it's better, if it happens to some people. I hope we could at least try to have some decency, try to at least help each other out. If one of us are really struggling in one or two subjects, I do think it's better to really find ways to help each other in those kind of situations instead of try to bully them because there's one subject that we're not. So moving on, in 10th grade, it was just still the same. I was still in that school. I didn't really plan to move out and just let things play out. I still have bad grades. I still don't really have friends. I still personally like to be far away with many of those, even though there's some ones that are decent. But I just cannot really fit well with those guys, especially in their interest. And yeah, but there was this one difference though. There's this one of my classmates wears earphones. He wears earphones all the time, even on lectures in some of our subjects. He gets to wear them. He's always goes to sleep. He doesn't really pay much attention to classes. He gets caught with one of our teachers at times, and he's hardly ever been present. He doesn't really attend there for the most part, and I kind of feel bad for him at that time. There was some times that that his I talked to his mom. His mom is always at the exit of the school, at the exit door, and she was sitting there nearby near the security guard, and we talk. We talk at times. We talk about uh, his problems. We talk about why he wears earphones. She said that that's her advice. To not get bullied, he has to wear earphones because his son gets bullied, and that's the kind of advice that she gives him, and he follows it. And I feel bad for the guy. I remember that she said that one of my classmates bullies him. I remember he got into a fight with one of our classmates though. That was a different person though. And yeah, it was really rough for him. He's getting name called. He's getting into fights, and it was just not really a good environment for him. And I feel bad for him though because I do kind of feel those situations, but I don't get into fight with other folks. I mean, there was one time that I got into. There was one time I almost got into a fight. At that time, I was also being a hot-headed person. I was easily losing my temper. I still lose my temper at times, and I just trying to manage it. I was one time one of my classmates calls my name for no reason, and I get mad. And one of our teachers stopped me because I might maybe assault her and all that, and I think that's a valid reason. So yeah, going back to my classmate, he doesn't really like going in that school. I understand him. I know what it feels like, and him and I at times we hang out with each other. We were friends, and we sometimes have some conversations with each other. We barely ever understood each other because every time that I try to start a conversation with him, he doesn't really listen. He just wears his earphones and listen to whatever music I hear. I know he likes Japanese music, and we do have some connections with the anime and all of that. I think that was the only thing that we're really relate to. I could really relate to him though. And yeah, we had some talks. We had some jokes here and there, but I was just really wanted to hang out with the guy because I just feel bad for him in these situations. And I don't think anyone deserves to be like that in that terrible place. So yeah, I think that was the major difference back in 10th grade. A lot of it was just the same, and I got into trouble, at times. I remember back in 10th grade, I was supposed to be in remedial, which is, sorry, remedial, which means I failed a one subject, so I have to take that subject on summer, and trying to at least have a improved better grades, be- improve my better grades in that one subject. I think it was science where I had a failed grade at that time. So yeah, I had remedial, and I didn't even attend to remedial at that time because I had illness. I had an illness, chicken pox. I did got from my sister, so I didn't even finished it. One of my teachers was the principal in that subject, and she just gave me one task, and that was about it. And I was free to go. I was ready to move on to another city and another school, and that was pretty much about it. In my 10th grade. Yeah. All around, I don't really like my time in there. As a ninth and 10th grade in that school. I do think 11th and 12th, they were really better though. I at least go to another school and go to another environment. I thought my new environment there in 11th grade would be the same as 10th and ninth, but it was very different though. So, I mean, I still have plenty of classmates. I still have those kinds of people, but at least they were decent towards to me. I mean, they kind of, at least, maybe they kind of knew that I was a bit hot-headed at that time. Not only that, but I'm a guy who's not really confident to myself. So at least they gave me respect out of it, and that's pretty much how I ended high school at that time. Both 8th, ninth, and 10 and 11th, and yeah, I mean, it was, had some ups and downs, and I do enjoy it though. But we're now moving on to my college times. Moving on to college, this one was very different though. I remember, I remember my terrible times in my second year student. My first year, it was okay. I mean, my grades were really good. I mean, my grades were something else. They were an improvement, at least in contrast to my other times in there. I don't really hang out with all of my classmates there. I mean, for the most part, I just like to be far away with all of them at best. I just don't really fit well with them, especially the way they talk in a daily basis. I mean, some of them, have like relationships, so that's not really my comfort zone right there, so I cannot really relate to them much. And yeah, going in my second year college, it was pandemic times, and those were really terrible times in my opinion because I mean, for one, I don't really have the best laptop. I mean, we're going to online classes. I don't really have the best laptop. I mean, my laptop at that time in 2020, I had Windows 7. I mean, are you kidding me, man? I mean, are you kidding me? Windows 7 in 2020. I mean, imagine that, though. I mean, yeah, Windows 7 was really slow, but then again, that was the only laptop that I could really borrow at my dad at that time. And it was really dated, and it was running really slowly. Uh, my relationships with my props, I mean, my relationship with them was not really good, especially the fact that they always trying to give me too many tasks. There was one time that I was not really able to really finish one task, and I don't think he gave me another chance to at least give it another go. I mean, I just missed out like one task, and he decided to just abandon me, and I'm being left behind. I think that was the reason that I decided to just leave as a student. That was the time where I just, I was, I was just wasting time right here. So I decided to just left and try not to finish it. But one of my props said that I'm not allowed to leave there because I was still enrolled, for the whole semester. So I decided to just try to finish it and try to at least took care of some of my subjects, my remaining subjects there, and that was about it though. And probably the last thing that I had to go through with there was just having terrible grades. I mean, it just comes back to really bite me about terrible grades. I mean, there was one subject that I had a F. I had a F grade in one subject because I didn't really finish one task at that time. I didn't really finish a single task or at least go attendance in there. So yeah, I mean that was that in a nutshell. Those three problems were the reasons why I don't really like my time in college at that time. But almost everything in college, it was almost perfect. I mean my remaining years, like I still enrolled another semester, finished my second year student there. I mean, in the next following year, in 2021, I decided to just stop, but I decided to give it another go in 2022 because I don't really have much options at that time. I mean, 2021, I finished one semester, the first semester, and the second year in 2022, I finished the second semester. So yeah, I had to get like two semesters there, and I mean, my third and fourth year, they're almost as perfect as possible. I mean, we were going back face to face. We were going back to like going to actual classes, and that was a good thing at that time though. That was probably one of the best news I had, in my entire years as a student because I just cannot really wait to go back in there and at least hang out with some of my classmates. Those, so yeah, I mean that was my college in a nutshell. I mean, I took care of the one subject that I really failed at, though. So that was one thing I took care of it, and yeah, I mean that was college in a nutshell. I mean, I do manage to finish things in a high note in my studies. I mean, I am now I am now trying to either trying to find a job or maybe just trying to at least go to trading like my dad told me to. And yeah, I mean it's been almost 2 years since I finished college and finished my time as a student. And I do have to say, I do really enjoy my times in there. I do really enjoy the ups and downs, and that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it for me right there, and yeah, and yeah, I think that is about me. My terrible times as a student. I know it's been just all over the place, and I hope you guys enjoy hearing it and or watching it. I want to know your thoughts about it, though. I mean, what is the most embarrassing times for you as a student? What are the terrible times for you in your school year? What are the moments that you just wanted to forget, though? I want to know in the comments, though, and I see you guys in the next one, though. See you guys. God bless. Bye. How's it going, everybody? It's Franz right here. And I'm sorry if this is very different, though, compared to the other videos I had. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been doing videos of me commentary with the GTA content in the background. But I felt like we could at least do something different right here with me, saying things about my personal stuff and my personal life. So yeah.